I sometimes think that too many of the wrong people have too much freedom of speech, and not enough of the right people have enough freedom of speech.
And where does faith fit into that, sir?
Well, I think we live in a world of where power is concentrated in relatively few people. And there's an awful lot of people out there who really don't have a chance to be heard other than perhaps on the internet. So I think that we need to perhaps discuss that question of balance.
What about all of you? Most of you will be American. As far as I can see, it would be pretty difficult to be president of your country if you weren't a practicing Christian. Do you think that faith has a role to play in freedom of speech here, or that it's an irrelevance? It's a lady right at the back. By the way, if we get a microphone to you, if we do get a microphone to you, please do just say who you are, and I don't mean a full resume, but by all means tell us, you know, what you do for a living. It's useful for our listeners to know where you're coming from.
I'm Harriet Applegate. I'm the leader of the AFL-CIO here in Cleveland. And with regard to faith, I think if faith is a private matter for you, that is not at all inconsistent with freedom of speech. But if part of your faith is to convince other people that they're wrong and you're right, that's where the problem comes in. It's the proselytization of faith, and that's we have more and more religions that are more aggressively proselytizing. So I think that's why we're having the problem now.
I'm glad it was you who had to say that word, not me. Who else has got a thought on this? There's a gentleman there. Let's get a microphone to him. Did you have your hand up, sir? I apologise. I thought you had your hand up. I wonder what you think about this, Scott.
I think in our country, these two issues, it's not an accident that they're joined together in the First Amendment to our Constitution. I think historically they grew up side by side because some of the big freedom of speech issues we had to do with religion. Religious doctrine was cited as a reason for silencing and punishing people. And I think after our revolution, we had to confront that issue.
I'm going to come to you in just a moment, but this is the beginning of the programme, so why don't we hear that? Steve and Jamil have very kindly helped us with it. We'll hear it, we won't listen to the news bulletin, and we'll keep talking before the show starts at 6 minutes past. Here we go, this is live.